Hey guys, this is Akhilesh from DataSense. Today we are going to learn how to use Vlookup in 10 different ways. You might be aware that Vlookup is one of the most commonly used functions. People who are having a very basic knowledge of Excel, they also use Vlookup in different forms. That's why I thought of creating this video. So Vlookup stands for vertical lookup. And similar to this, there is a function known as HLOOKUP, that is horizontal lookup. But because most of the time your data is vertically stored, so you tend to use VLOOKUP more. Let us discuss a very simple case. We are having department IDs and department descriptions in this place. And you are working here and you want to know which department these codes belong to. Okay. So if someone asks you what is A400, so you will look for it here and then you will find it vertically A400, and then you will say, okay, in the second column information technology is written, so my answer is information technology. Now let us learn how VLOOKUP can do the same job. So it starts with VLOOKUP, and do you see here it is asking for a lookup value. What were you looking for? So I was looking for A400, this code. Then after that comma, then it is asking for table array. Table array is nothing but the place where you want to look for this value. And here you can simply give this range, okay, A3 to B12. And most of the time it is important to keep these dollars. So you can use F4 key. After that, it is asking, okay, if I am able to find this code here in this column, then from which column you want me to get the result. So here column number 1, column number 2, we will mention that give me the result from column number 2 because our department description is in column 2. And after that, Excel also additionally asks you that if Excel is not able to find A400 exactly, can it make some approximations to match it in this column A. So you will go for exact match and click on it and close the bracket, and when you press enter, you will get the correct result. Now in place of false, sometimes people may also tend to write 0 because in binary language 0 means false and 1 means true. So you can also mention 0. Result will be exactly same. And if I copy it down, you can see it is giving me the results for other department codes. Now this was the very simple use case, okay, which was having only 2 columns data and only 3. So we could have done it manually also. So this becomes very important when your data is very large and you need to find these kind of values in that large data set. Let us move to the next example. So here, how to get VLOOKUP results from a different sheet. I want to look for these employee codes, and here I am having an employee sheet where I am having the designation column. Okay. Now here we will start with VLOOKUP, looking for this value, where I will go to employee sheet, and here I will select this range of data. Okay, so A1 to D31, A1 to D31 I will select. Put dollars, otherwise your data range will move, and comma, then designation is in which column of this table. So starting from employee code, because you are matching in employee code, so starting from employee code 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is 4th column. And what kind of match? Obviously we want to match the employee code exactly. We will keep 0. Press enter and you can see E004 is a manager, and these are the different designations for these 4 people. Okay. Sometimes what people may do, in place of this A1 to D31, I will just change this area. So currently the data is, if I go to employee name sheet, so currently the data is till row number 31, but tomorrow it may become till 35 or 40 or 50 because data keeps increasing. So what they do, rather than selecting A1 to D31, they will simply select column A till column D, so that it can accommodate any additional rows. And here when I press enter, the results are still same. So that is how we are using VLOOKUP from a different sheet. Now let us move to the third example. Here we will learn how to use VLOOKUP with tables. So the case is same. I am having lookup table here. Okay. So I want to look for these department codes from this area. Now this area is not a normal area, it is a table. And how to identify a table? When you are inside the range, you can see design is appearing in the ribbon. And the name for this range is known as, this table is known as department. So when I'm trying to write the formula, I will write Vlookup. I am looking for this cell where I can go and select it, but I don't need, because I can simply start typing the name of my table and it will appear in the list. Double click, comma, which column will give me department name? Second column in department table. And what kind of match? Again, exact match. Now using table has two benefits. So if your lookup area is a table, then writing it is very easy rather than selecting. Second benefit is if the place where you are writing the formula, that is a table, as soon as you close the bracket and press enter, it is getting copied across the column. So you don't need to manually drag and drop or copy paste your formula in all the cells. Okay. So that is the benefit of using tables. Now here you can see what is the issue. There are some challenges like kind of typing mistakes. Here it should be A100, but by mistake it is AL00, and hence it is not able to identify the correct result. So whenever it is not able to identify correctly, okay, then it will give #NA errors. That means not available or not applicable. Now some people may think that, okay, why don't I put here 1 so that it will match approximately and then it will work. Let us try that. So when I put 1, the result is coming, but let us see if that result is okay or not. Here A100, AL00, they should be similar, but the result is still different. Okay. So VLOOKUP approximate match you cannot rely upon. So use it very cautiously. So that's not the correct solution. What we should do is, this is a wrong code. Add the wrong code in our table at the bottom. And as soon as it is added, it becomes part of the table. And you can see the error is gone. It is showing 0 because currently it is empty. But AL00, I can refer admin as description. And as soon as I type enter, it is reflecting in my table. Similarly, this is 00 and here typing mistake is OO. The 0 is typed as O. So I can copy it here, and department should be HR for this code. And when I press enter, that can be HR. So that way we can have these codes added into our lookup table. Okay. So benefit of table again here is that if your data expands, your lookup table is automatically including it, and you don't need to change your range again and again in the VLOOKUP formula. Now let us move to case 4. So we have seen VLOOKUP from the same sheet. We have seen VLOOKUP from a different sheet. We have seen VLOOKUP using a table also. Now VLOOKUP from a different file. So here we have some employee codes, their names, and we want to know what is the passport number and what is the designation. So I have one file open here, and here there is a place passport sheet, and here employees codes are there and passport is second column in that. So how should I write VLOOKUP formula? Again, it is exactly same. The only difference is selecting your range. So VLOOKUP, what I am looking for? I am looking for this employee code. Where? So go to that sheet. Select these columns, 4 columns, and in these 4 columns, which column you want? Second column, and comma, what kind of match? So our match is always exact, and close bracket, and you will see passport numbers are ready. Okay, so that way you can use a different sheet. Now let us see how to use the table in a different sheet. So if I go back to I am looking for designation for the same employee. If I go back to other sheet, in the people sheet, I am having a table. So employee code is there and designation is 4th column. And because this is a table, design is there, and you can see the name is employee list. Now if I start writing my formula like this, VLOOKUP and this cell, and if I type employee list, it is not appearing. The reason is it has only access to current file, so it cannot fetch the table names from the other file. So all you need to do is click anywhere in the other sheet. Let's say I'm clicking on a random place, and now in the formula bar, do you see the cell which I clicked, that is also appearing, and rest of the things are also there. So after clicking, you can look into the formula bar that H6 I am not interested, so I am removing this part, and whatever was my table name, employee and list, comma, what column, fourth column, comma, kind of match is 0. Press enter, and that way tables can also be used. Now let us discuss the next one. You can see here what we want to do is we have some salesmen and their sales, and we want to know how much commission they are eligible for. And we have got another table where based on their sales amount, the rate of commission is mentioned. Okay. Now if I try to write a VLOOKUP formula, VLOOKUP, first let me know what is the name of this table. So commission rates. So this I have to use, and column number 2. So VLOOKUP on this sales amount from commission rate. So commission rates is this table. In this table, which column will give me the applicable percentage? Second column, and comma 0. And when I close and enter, it gives me errors everywhere. The reason is that here I am looking for 12,450, but here it's only the starting point of that range. So 5,000 to 14,999. So 5,000 mentioned. Okay. Similarly here 15,000 up to 25, 2%. So I have only mentioned the starting point of the range. So all you need to do is 1. So approximate match. When I press enter, it gives me some results. Let us verify if they are correct. So 12450 falls in this category, and that's why 1%. 15700 is above 15, below 25, so 2%, 2%. So it is coming correct. Now let us understand the logic. How does VLOOKUP approximate works for numbers? So when you are looking for 12450, what it does, it looks for the nearest number in the lookup table. What is the nearest number for 12450? It is 15,000. So there is one more condition the way it looks for that value. It is looking for nearest, but always on the lower side. So 12450 is near to 15,000, but 15 is on the higher side. That's why it is not giving 2%. It is giving 1%, which is corresponding to 5,000. So that's why you need to plan your lookup table or a master in such a way that you are using the lower point of the range in the first column. Then only VLOOKUP approximate can be used. Now this VLOOKUP approximate can also be used for dates. Like here we have some guests for a hotel and their booking date is this. Now what they want is what is the applicable rate of discount for these booking days, and the discount master is mentioned here. Okay, so 2nd December onwards 20% discount, 14th December onwards it becomes 10%, and 23rd December onwards it becomes 0%. Because the booking can happen on any day and we cannot create a master for every day. Okay, that's why we are just keeping the starting point, starting date of the discount. The name of the table is TBL discount M. Always check the name before writing the formula. So for this we will simply write VLOOKUP this cell from where TBL underscore discounts and comma column 2 comma kind of match is 1 because approximately we are matching. So for the 2nd December it can find the exact value, but for 3rd December it is not able to find. What is the nearest value on the lower side? 2nd December. 13th December, what is the nearest value? 14th, but that is on the higher side. That's why 2nd December. So 20%. So that is VLOOKUP approximate. So VLOOKUP approximate we will use mainly for numbers and dates, because for text we have seen that it is not giving the expected results. Now let us see how we can solve some errors related to VLOOKUP. We are having some master here or a lookup table. The name of the lookup table is TBL code ID, and we want to get the designations in this place. Okay, so when I write VLOOKUP looking for this cell in TBL underscore code ID and column number 2 because designation is into comma 0. When I press enter, nothing appears. What is the reason? The reason is these codes are having some extra spaces. Here you can see one space is there at the end. Here in the beginning and here also at the end. But here the codes are quite clean. There is no extra space. So what you can do? So to remove space you can use trim function before and after A4. And when you press enter, that problem is solved. Okay. Similarly, if I go for next case, so here lookup table is this name employee code 1, and here we are looking for the names. So we look up this code where employee code 1 comma which column? 2nd column comma 0. Not available. What is the reason? The numbers are exactly appearing. The reason is these cells are placed as numbers. You can see average, count and sum. All the summaries are available. But these numbers when you select, they are only count. So that is a text. So that is why VLOOKUP is not able to match exactly and hence error. And to solve this, what you need to do, this is a text and you want to match it with values. So there is a function known as value. So A5 should be converted into a value and then only matching should happen. So when I press enter, it works. Then next one. Now in this case, the situation is opposite. Your lookup table is having text and here things are numeric. I forgot to check the name of the table. So name of the table is employee code 2. So if I match VLOOKUP this cell with employee code 2nd table comma 2 comma 0, and it doesn't work. Now what I need to do, here it is a number, I want to match it with the text. So I will use a function known as text. Text function can convert a number into a text format, and it requires a default code also. You can put hash in double quotes. So convert A4 into a text, use this formatting, and that hash means it will keep the number as it is, but format will be changed to a text. So 100 numeric will convert to 100 text. And when I press enter, I get the results. So that way you can avoid changing your data set, and just with the help of some simple functions, you can make your VLOOKUP formula work. Now coming to our last example, we have an invoice register here. So invoice dates are there. The billing is happening in these different currencies because there are so many local entities which are part of the organization, and that's the local amount, and we want to know what is the USD amount. Now to convert it into a USD amount, you need exchange rate, and exchange rate table is mentioned nearby. So when I go to design, name is TBL currency. Okay, but now when I try to do the matching, the date column should be the basis and date column is not available here. Okay, second thing is that currency also is the basis of matching, so that is also there. these two columns are related to date and currency is related to currency. So I need to match both the things, then only I can get the exchange rate. Otherwise, my exchange rate may be wrong, because in one month exchange rate can be different, in the other month it can be more or less. So how to do it? So for this, first you need to add a column on the left side of the starting column on the left side of this table. And what I will do, I will create a combination. So unique combination, because I cannot use simply INR, I cannot use simply 2016 because it will appear 12 times. I cannot use a month also because that will appear 2-3 times for each year once. Okay, so I need to create a combination. So let me create a combination of year joined with month and joined further with currency. So that is the combination. Okay, now how to get the same things here? So it is not yet available. So what I will do, I will try to write a formula that year of my invoice date, combine it with, okay, month of my invoice date. So that will give me the first two portions. You can see year is 2017 and month is July, which is 7. So it is two portions, and further combine it with your currency. So now I get the same code here as well as here, and now this code can be further used in my Vlookup. So this code is having all the three components. So I will start with Vlookup, combination of 3 elements. Then I will use TBL underscore currency. That is the lookup table. Then I will use column number. So I am looking for exchange rate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It is the 5th column in the mentioned table. Kind of match, exact. And when I press enter, you can see that's the exchange rate. And exchange rate, once you get exchange rate, multiply it with your local amount and you will get the USD amount. So this is how you will use Vlookup when multiple columns are common. Okay. So that's it from my side on Vlookup. Hope you found it useful. You can keep using Vlookup, but to upgrade yourself, start using index and match. I have already created a video on index and match. Share your feedback in the comment section, like the video and share it with your friends and colleagues as well. Thanks a lot. Keep watching.